What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Scream 7 and 2025. Now, don't get worried. It's not like I forgot what's going on. I know the movie doesn't come out next year, but this upcoming year is the return, in a way, of Scream. I just kind of want to talk about what I'm hoping to see in 2025 and my general excitement for it, overall. And I kind of want to start there. I am very excited, and it really does stem, I would say, from the community. And I don't say that as, like this gushing kind of, cliche type thing. No, I mean, I've said this before. In fact, we've said this 2 times now. There's really nothing like the lead up to a Scream movie. And granted, this one's going to be pretty different. You got the community fighting, I got the hate to be kind of buried in there. And it's definitely, it's going to be more wild, I would say, online over the next 13, 14 months, before Scream 7 comes out. But regardless, and you can't completely brush it away. It's also things you have to bring up and you have to talk about. But I still think it's going to be a very exciting, lead up to Scream 7. And most of it does happen this year, this upcoming year, I should say, in 2025. Not all of it. Obviously, when the movie does release and just everybody kind of going to see it, and whether you like it, whether you hate it, talking about who kills who and all that jazz. I mean, there's something very special to a release of it. But I really do stand by what I just said and what I've said now since Scream 5 was ramping up. There's nothing like the ramp up of the casting and them filming it and all the theories that kind of come along with that, and the trailers, the very first trailer, right? And just the amount of speculation and deep dive, and the question of, like, do they reveal everything in the first trailer like they did in 5, or I think they did a much better job of concealing things, with Scream 6, which path did they do for Scream 7. So all of that stuff I think is just very exciting, and it doesn't hurt. And I think a lot of people can relate, especially if you're watching this video. And I've said this before, when a film franchise is one of your favorites, and that, Scream is one of my favorites. I know it's maybe the favorite to a lot of you all, right? Which is great. It's just special when you get a new one, when you're leading into a new one. I know they're on 7, but it's still, because of how long it's been around and all the stuff that it's gone through. I mean, after 3, in between 3 and 4, in between 4 and 5, and then after 6. I mean, we've lived, I feel like, an entire century, even though it hasn't even been 30 years, and it still feels special, okay, to keep going. And it might not forever, or it might, depending on who you are, but at least right now, it's a franchise that I love so much, and it's a franchise I've loved a lot, obviously for a very long time, and it just feels cool, when it gets a new thing. I would say the same thing for other movie franchises that I like, or, gaming. Again, like or hate the end product. If you get a game or you get a movie and, like, your favorite franchise, or a top 5, top 10, whatever it might be, you get pumped. So I don't know, I'm just very excited to get going. I feel like this past couple months, right, it's been a nice lead up. It was quiet for a long time, and but now we've gotten a lot of the cast. We've gotten the majority of the cast, and I believe filming starts on the freaking 7th or something of January through March. So, like, this is it. Like, I'm recording this on the 27th. We're about a week and a half away from, I think, a lot of detective work, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and hopefully they do it well. I think, honestly, they did it really well. With Scream 6, like, Scream 5 was obviously filmed in such a interesting time in the world's life and in our life, but Scream 6, I think they did a really good job with a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and then leading, obviously, into the trailers. So hopefully they're able to do that again with a new cast, obviously returning OGs plus brand new people. We'll see how they do, with that kind of behind-the-scenes stuff. But it's nuts. It's nuts to think that, 10 or so days, 11 days or whatever, they'll be filming this movie. So absolutely incredible, and hopefully this upcoming year is a special one. So I'm back. I mean, I've made videos the last couple weeks, quite a few on Scream with all this news. So I expect to cover and follow. Probably not as much as other people. I think some people do a really phenomenal job, right, of covering the filming stuff. But I'll be there. We'll have our videos. We'll have our live streams, and we'll have a lot of fun. I do think 2025 with Scream is going to be really fun. You imagine we get the trailer October, November, somewhere around there, and then all of 2025 from filming filming to kind of that post-production period to the trailers, and then we have to wait just a little bit longer going into 26 until the movie actually drops. It's going to be a fun next 14 months, I would say, and we'll see where it goes from there. We talked about Scream 8. I think it's a little that's a little far to get too excited about, but hopefully there's a future beyond it. But I'm taking it one step at a time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.